guys, it's the Buy Sell Love SoCal team here, and today we are touring the Jones Victorian Estate. This is a private residence and wedding venue for sale in Orange, California. It's listed at $4 million. It's a historic home. It was actually built in 1881. It was the first home built in East Orange. You've got a two-story Victorian house that's the centerpiece of the 1.3-acre estate. You've had politicians, dignitaries, rock stars.
Careful. Discretion is always appreciated with those individuals in their wedding venues, so keep it down.
They've all been married here.
Okay.
And these people flock here for the old-time charm and the picturesque grounds that we can't wait to show you.
Okay, but before we get started, please take a second and help us out. Press subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. It only helps us. And hit the like button. You'll see little confetti pop out. It's amazing. Press it. We love you. Thank you so much. And now on to the Victorian Estate. We're standing in front of this beautiful black wrought iron Vienna gate that opens up to the 972-foot long driveway. Now, the bride and groom, always a fan of standing under these trees and all the foliage that drapes. I know, it's amazing. And it took over 30 years for all of this greenery to grow over the driveway. Can you imagine? If you want to get married, you might get married here someday. I've actually been to one, and we'll talk about that later. But for now, let's go to the house.
What a way to greet your guests.
Let's go.
Now that we've come up that beautiful long driveway, let's start here at the water tower. The owners, Burl and Michelle, purchased this home in 1986 from the original owners. Only 2 owners.
That is incredible. You'd think a house built in the 1800s would have like 6 owners already.
Isn't that wild? Well, the Jones family are the original owners, and this was known as the hospitality house because they owned the water rights to the entire area, aka the water tower. So people had to come up here to pay their water bill and vote.
Okay, so another fun fact about it being a water tower, the current owner transformed it into his 18-year-old son's bedroom. How cool would that be? You get to stay outside the house in your own bedroom with this lookout. There's these stairs inside.
Sneaking out.
But also, there are 18-inch thick walls because the building had to hold all that water. But now, it is the water tower bedroom with the bride and groom's dressing rooms on the bottom floor. The bride has a really nice space where she can hang her dress and use the restroom, take a shower. The men have another room where they can use the toilet as well.
Yeah, perfect space to get ready for your big day.
So now, we're gonna check out the house.
All right, so the property has 4,100 square feet across all the different rooms and areas, but the house itself is more than 2,300 square feet, which that was a mansion back in the day. Fun fact, this house actually used to be located a mile down the road. They cut it into 3 sections and moved it up here. Wild. Now, let's go take a look inside because this place is like a museum.
Hey guys, I'm just looking through the world's smallest peephole here, checking out the front door. So as we walk into the home, stairs immediately in front of you, but just off to your left, we have the parlor. And I do want to mention that most of the fixtures and what you see in the home are actually original, like all original windows, a lot of original floor, and antiques throughout the house. Fun story about this window right here, the owner actually fell through this window when he was doing some home repairs. So it is the only non-original window, and you can tell because the window's not wavy. As we continue back out, we're gonna go into the living room. Come on into the living room. So just off the parlor, and Danielle is standing next to the showpiece of the living room, which is a 300-year-old hardwood Italian mantle. Couldn't tell you what this is of here, but it is hand carved and it is quite impressive, right?
It is incredibly impressive. And have you pointed out the high ceilings? I heard you already mention the original hardwood floors that continue throughout. And we have the original restored crown molding. This room is so big for all of your entertaining and guests. And it opens right here to your formal dining room. Here we are in the dining room, and this chandelier is worth pointing out. It is very beautiful. Now, the kitchen's behind me, but we're not gonna go there yet. Why? Because we have some special stories that we wanna share with you, and it leads out to this backyard that we cannot wait to show. Let's go upstairs.
Okay, we are upstairs. All 3 bedrooms up here. This bathroom is every bit as charming as the rest of the house. You've got a clawfoot tub, and you've got this vanity that was actually made from an oak piece of furniture, old antique dresser that they transformed into that vanity. You've got 2 bedrooms that way that were for the kids. The grandkids actually use them right now still. And then the master this way, Burl told me it's where the babies were made.
The most modern room in the house is definitely this kitchen. It was redone by Burl because he wanted to give his daughters a lot of counter space to bake pies, their favorite pastime. The one thing that was not remodeled, if you head over here, check out this antique stove cooking area. You can bring firewood right there. You've got the old pot, the antique pot. The last thing I want to point out is these ceilings. This wood was hand cut by Burl with what? A machete, of course, and then he stained them and hung them. They're quite exquisite. There's no end to his talents, but let's go check out the backyard.
Okay, come on down and let me set the stage. So first of all, we have a waterfall and a pool in the background, and that's going to be some of the background noise that you hear out here. Okay, I've been to a wedding on this location. Right in this area, they have a dance floor. Imagine you're dancing over here under the string light. All the tables are going to be set up in this direction where you're going to enjoy your food and your dinner, and under that gazebo is where they actually cut the cake. We have string light, trees, a beautiful Victorian mansion. The stage is truly set. Danielle, are you doing your 4th wedding?
To the same time now.
So she's on her 3rd wedding to the same gentleman over the past few months. I thought she was over there pretending to go into a 4th wedding. I digress. Just to Danielle's right, you have a bridge that leads over a stream, one of multiple streams in the backyard that all feed into the swimming pool. Let's go check that part out.
Did you notice the wishing well back there?
Oh, it's so cute. Pictures with the brides.
And I threw my penny in for good luck.
This isn't only a good spot for brides, though. The parties you could have.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. With this private pool, with spa, waterfall with a hidden grotto back there.
Don't forget the shower and the sauna up there for your guests.
Oh yes, you can have a lot of fun times back here.
Now, all this greenery, you probably noticed a lot of palm trees. And
Everywhere.
we heard some stories. So you can't be at a historic home like this without some great stories.
This
Burl,
is a good one.
jack of all trades. His personal mentor was Walt Disney. So what did he say? He was 8 when he started working at the Disney park.
He sure did. He said he didn't go to school. He was 8 years old working at Walt Disney.
So when he was 11, Walt Disney himself put his hand on his shoulder and said, "Son, you want to be rich?" This was in the 50s.
Yeah.
He said palm trees. At that point, Orange County was full of orange groves. He said, "This place is going to be covered in palm trees. You just wait. Start collecting seeds."
And that he did.
He's now the largest palm tree farmer in California.
It's amazing. Well, it's time to head backstage. Let's go find out how to make this property work when you have these lavish parties here. They can host, I think they said 200 guests. So let's see how they make that work.
Okay, so join us in the behind the scenes look at how the property is going to work when you have your event. First up, we have a bar. So the cars pull up behind you. You're not going to see it right now. And the guests get out and they walk over here and they can grab their beverage and then head around the building.
They were smart because they put that bar right next to where the groom gets ready, right?
Yep, so we have restrooms and then we also have another type of alcoholic storage, a wine cellar. It has a really cool wooden door that's dug into the earth and it's temperature controlled. And this is where they store the alcohol and all the wine. And then this way, we're gonna head right into the commercial kitchen. So just outside the commercial kitchen, we have an outdoor barbecue, a normal barbecue, and then a bunch of really awesome commercial appliances.
Now, this place actually nets $600,000 in revenue annually, and they only do half the events that they could right now. So she does about 30 a year just because she likes to space them out, give personal attention to all of her brides. But with the permit that they have, they could do 64 a year. You could do movie shoots here. You could do all sorts of stuff to easily make this over $1 million business.
That is an incredible feat, and not to be outdone by the amount of appliances they have in this kitchen. They can make like 1 million cakes. So yes, Wolf griddle.
This
Wolf.
Used to be in the main house kitchen, he said.
That's right, he said that. This must weigh like 1,000 pounds
At
or
least.
something. And as if this wasn't enough, they went ahead and bought another range right next to it. All the prep tables, stainless steel walls, easily cleanable. We have professional refrigerators, proofers. So lots of baking, lots of making.
This is how you feed 200
They said
people.
that they don't do outside caterers. They only do in-house cooking.
The
there because they just didn't
reputation,
trust it. Yep.
you don't trust it, you're staking your name on it. So
Yep. So now where are we headed? The outside,
Carriage
the
house?
motor court and the carriage house. Let's go take a look.
let's go.
Exiting the commercial kitchen, we are right onto the circular driveway directly in front of the home, and just off to my right is going to be the carriage house. Now, if you recall, the home was built in the 1800s. They didn't have vehicles, so this is in fact a carriage house. And inside the carriage house right now, you have a wide variety of chivalry chairs, tables, and other wedding party details that you would use to host the parties out on that patio. So just behind Danielle is a beautiful stone road, which another funny Burl story. Burl said that he took all these rocks off property, brought them down with his hands, with his son or his family member.
Absolutely.
And they hand laid this road. It's incredible. I said, bro, what did you feel like after you built a Roman road just like they did back in the 1600s? That's incredible.
It's amazing.
Where does this go up here?
Well, I think he also said that there's a flat area potential to build another home, actually.
Wow. And then we have a little outbuilding.
Well, it's the Playhouse that
Okay.
they built for their kids when they were younger.
Oh, that's
And
amazing.
the only thing I want to point out, John, before we forget, this road leads up for vehicles to drive through for deliveries, and this hand-painted mural is done by the owner, Michelle. It's absolutely beautiful.
That is super cool. We have an old-fashioned telephone booth here on our way to one of the best views on the whole property. Let's go see it.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us on this tour of the Jones Victorian Estate.
It was fabulous to have you with us today. And if you've ever thought about having your home featured, give us a call because we'd love to come check out your unique property.
Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
See you next time.